Hi folks, great to have you all back. Right now we are going to, so in the last we'll call it an episode if you really want, we made this program that populated our SQLite database, and now that we have our database all set up, now that we have a bunch of dummy values in it, we're going to throw it all into a graph, or at least one graph. Before we make it all pretty and have a bunch of graphs, we just want to have one. A nice little quality of life thing I added. If you look, you'll see that I tried this. I installed this program called ScreenKey. Works pretty neat. You can see exactly what I'm typing right now. You can see all of my mistakes as I type them, which were probably a little less prevalent when you couldn't exactly see what was going on. So let's go back to our Typeracer program and let us see what we got to do. So let's check out a new branch. Graphs with real data. Sure. It's a long branch name, but I'm really the only one who looks at these nowadays, so it's not like it's a big deal. And I'll just kick off a debug build just so we got something. And then once that's up, we're going to go into source, graphs, mod.rs, and someone's already got it open. It's the only terminal. Recover. Okay. Who's got it open? Really? Interesting. FG? Why would I have it open over here? Okay. Well, we'll pretend that never happened. Anyway, back to this. I'm just going. So let's go back here. So we're gonna go to graph source, graphs mod.rs, and we're gonna have. So right now we have our graph, and it renders it, and then it waits for Control-C, and then kills it right afterwards. So what we really want to do here is we want to be able to get some live data. So we're gonna make inside here another little database module, because that's just how we actually. Now we're just gonna have it take a connection. It makes our lives a lot easier. And I forget what the import is for it. Let's actually use our test program that we made before. What was it called? I actually don't remember. That's what I get for being cursed with terrible memory. We'll just use con connection. So this, you're gonna see my key presses are really quite all over the place. And this is going to return a result. Apologize for this blocking the text, but my face probably would have done it at some point too. Can I remove it? No. Make no mistake, I'm just moving this connection. Just making a connection variable. Connection. I think that's what I want. Arrow. Thank you, that's what I needed. Okay. And we're just gonna return okay. And actually you don't even need this. And we're just going to do return okay. I think that's good. RLS taking its sweet time. Oh yeah, it is an infinite loop and we wait for one thing. I guess we don't need it there. So now that this is here, what we're going to end up doing is we want to get some data. We want to be able to get, I think, this is probably going to end up being the only module that queries for database stuff, but let's let's not assume that. There might be a possibility we might want to get. No, these selects are going to be specialized for these graphs. So let's just make a module in here. Mod, and we'll call it graphs.db. And the source graphs graphs.db.rs. And this. And we're going to fun. And the first graph we want to do, really the most simple, I just want to see words per minute accuracy and combo over time. And we're going to do 3 at once, even though 3 is definitely a little bit much, but we're going to do 3 at once just because it's the easiest for selecting. I might end up just doing words per minute first and then expanding it to 3. But let's shoot for the stars. Why shoot for less? So we'll call this guy we'll call it aggregate graph. So aggregate graph data. Okay, and I'm probably going to end up needing to build a struct for this. Be nice if that went away. And now we have this. And we're going to do struct. I think this needs to be pub struct. I'm just going to check one thing real quick. Pub struct, and it's going to be aggregate graph. Yeah. Going to do aggregate graph data, and it's going to actually I think it's supposed to be Pascal case because it's a struct. Can never remember. I use too many languages. That's not a flex. That's not necessarily a good thing either. So let's go through some parameters here. We're going to want an array, or we're on a vector. We're going to want a vector of values. Actually, so we're going to have aggregate graph data. Maybe it should be aggregate graph data. Let's do user results. User results, because that's really what it is. And this is going to end up turning a vec of user results. Cool. And user results is going to have words per minute, which is, what is the type that we want to put here? I think it's I64. Because it's not exactly the same. Because SQLite changes types. It doesn't support all the fun types that we might want. So let's just do db source db mod rs. I specify words per minute as an integer, so it's I64, and this is going to be C. Accuracy is going to be a F64. Highest actually, all we really care about, what does I have in this? Words from accuracy combo. Highest combo. And that too is a I64. You know, SQLite really not supporting unsigned types really cramps my style. Java technically doesn't either, but that doesn't make it okay. I wouldn't necessarily put Java as the model citizen for this. So next on the list, now that we have this, we want it to take in a connection. And it's, oh, we already have that. Cool. So we're going to do con connection. I appreciate that they didn't need a mutable version. That makes my life a little easier and makes it a little cleaner. So con dot, actually I've never done a select. Let's other doc. I've never done a select. I think it's the same kind of thing, but we're gonna find out. Let's open a new tab just so you guys can see what's going on, because it'll open in my other window otherwise. So I don't think execute's gonna work the same way. Usually there's a select, maybe it's a query row. Oh yeah, it's just some kind of weird mapping thing. I forget exactly what it does. It's like you do query row, convenience method to execute queries, row, query row, then interesting. Query row named. What if I just want to query a bunch of crap? Tell me about it. SQLite W. All right. Here's how it works. Query map. Now, why didn't I see that method before? Whatever. So we're going to do let results, user results, iter equals, and what does it do? Con.prepare. Oh, it's not prepare by default. Interesting. Interesting. All right. And we want to do our select. So select, and we're gonna select, yeah, we don't care about passages or anything like that. At some point, we might want to grab all the data and return it, and then once we have all that data returned, then pass that aggregate data off to other stuff that might use it. But for now, we're just going to make it so that each graph has its own query. In this case, there's only one graph, so there's only one query. But once we have that one query up, then we'll just have each graph do its own query, get the data, and then throw it in a graph. So we're going to do select. I forget if there are parentheses around that or not. No. Select passage. Nah. WPM accuracy highest combo. And we're also going to assume that instant death is disabled. But actually, no, let's not assume. Let's just do instant death pool from passage stats where instant death equals, and I'm going to assume that it uses the same syntax as with a params thing as the execute equals, so $, that's not $, params, this is also going to be a result too, isn't it? So we could mess up anywhere here. Result and SQLite error. Okay. Start from prepare params. Prepare takes 2 arguments. Expects 1. Oh, it's because for each one we pass in parameters. I think that's a little silly, but I guess it makes sense. We might. Doesn't make sense? Because how am I gonna slap a where in there? Oh, you do params here. Why wouldn't you do it up there? I guess if you want to cache a statement, Seems a little silly, but I'm not going to judge too much. All right, anyway. But a SQLite, I don't know if you really cache prepared statements. I don't think that's a thing. We'll assume it is, and just assume that the API is supposed to mimic like Postgres or something. We'll reformat this guy a little bit from select this, from this, where this, and then we go do. So this does a query map, and this gets each row and then throws it. This is actually a really nice API. I appreciate this. So you do query map row, and then we're going to slap this in a person. So I'm going to do, we're going to want to make a vec. Let mut. This is going to be results vec. Let's just user results. It's probably clear. Equals, and it's going to be vec. And we need to specify the type. Vec. Actually, you can use the macro. And it's going to be user results. And it doesn't need to borrow it, it can just keep it. It's theirs. It's free to have. It's a free country. Return to user results. It returns it. Man, RLS is really getting slow. Like that is surprisingly slow. Unnecessary, yeah, unnecessarily slow. I understand it's doing a whole lot, but query map params. So the params for this is going to be instant death, and then row. This is the lambda syntax where we get to borrow it, or we don't get to borrow it, we get to keep it. I think. And then after that, we're just going to do user results dot push, and we're going to do row dot get 0. Oh, sorry, this needs to be inside a big old vector. Big old struct. User results. And this is going to be WPM. And we're going to have, so do WPM, accuracy highest combo, row dot get 0, accuracy row dot get 1, and then highest combo row dot get 2. Okay, I think that's right. So what don't you like about this? It's a real question. Because this looks pretty legit. Mismatch type, expected SG result. I do a semicolon though. I shouldn't be trying to return it. I'm just trying to push it into my vector. Let's see what real cargo has to say. Cargo build. I don't care about this. Although making those go away would really make my life a little easier. Oh, it just wants this, doesn't it? Right? No, it wants this. Here we go. But what doesn't like about this? Hold on, I'm gonna fix these bothersome things in source game mod RS just so they can get out of my way. Please reload. I know. Graph. Yeah. Cool. And that will go away. Oh, and it wants a connection too. Man. What else did I ask for? I wanted a whole terminal and source graphs. Just get this over with. A terminal and a connection. And instant death pool. Okay. Con. I don't have one of those. Con. Because I definitely, yeah, I have this store db path. Yeah, I said I would. So I initially said I should pass this in, but it doesn't appear that I have a nice method for just getting a connection. And because of how SQLite, as we figured out in the last one, SQLite, SQLite doesn't really batch stuff. It has a transaction for each connection, for each select. A connection is basically free, assuming only one thread is working with it. Let's take a path buff instead. Do you mind giving me? Thank you. We're going to take db path, and this is going to be a path buff, and use std path os path p path buff rust. I can never remember where this is. Yeah, I knew that. Absolutely. Path buff. And we're going to take, we don't care about that. Show graphs. It's going to be, we don't need a terminal. We're totally going to need a terminal. No, we're not going to need a terminal. Wait, no, we're totally, yeah, we do need a terminal. We need a db path. Get db path. And finally, we want to make this. Man, RLS is really taking its sweet time. This. I suppose, no. I suppose we don't really care. Let's just for now expect this. Unable to get. It's not good practice. I should handle these errors better. I will later. For now, I just want to get a pretty graph up on the screen. So unable to get data for graph. These are exclusively SQLite errors. So we're just going to pretend that's all it is. Terminal, get db path, this, okay, and that should go away. Once I do an expect, expect, can I do this? No, that would be too easy. Down, steal you, expect, okay, cool, all right, that'll make it be quiet. And so later we're going to want a connection in memory, sorry, not a connection in memory, we're going to open a connection here. For now, that graphs render really isn't connected, so we don't care too much. Once we connect it, we're going to want to get some information from it, throw the connection in there, and then we can start querying stuff from it. So graphs.db. Anyway. So now that those errors are gone, we can really see what the issue is here. Is that I have a syntax error? Syntax error. Really? Oh, I do. I just need... What does this correlate to? That. Looping over that should be okay. This is probably the one I would think needs a question mark. Let's just format that. So we get a push, throw user results in there, instantiate user results. Let's just look at this. We have RustQLite open, or we had a RustQLite open. Yeah, oh, it goes right back to it. That's nice. Oh, it wants a result. Why would it want a result? That's just silly. I suppose if it errors on each row, it wants... Oh, I see. That's even better. You know what? I'm cool with that. I am 100% cool with that. We don't need this. We're just gonna... This is what I get for pretending I know functional programming. User iter results. It wants it to be what? Makes sense. It's an iterator. And then this is going... What do they call this? I want to... So the prepare person iter is the map. So that should be statements, and user results, iter equals let. Okay, for results and user results iter. Actually, oh, could I just return this? I might not even need a vec. That would be really nice. User results iter dot collects. Can I see that? Do we get the type inference? Method not found. Ah, that would have been so nice. So I guess we gotta end up doing our own sort of. Is there really no collect? Man, that'd be nice. Save us a little bit of work, but I guess we're gonna throw it into this vector on our own. I suppose it's the same thing. So we're gonna do. Where's our vector? Where the hell's our vector? Back. Did we delete it? Why would we do that? Let user results equals vec. And then it's gonna magically know what type it is from here, because the Rust compiler is crazy. So for result and user results iter and user results dot push result. Take it, it's all yours. And I think that should work. Oh, results dot it returns we need to do an unwrap dot expect unable to get results, or unable to get result. Is there really no expect? Really? I feel like that would be a requirement. Okay. I guess I'll give in. Whatever. For person and person iter, and then it unwraps the person. No method unwrap. Mapped rows. What am I doing wrong here? Verustulate row in mapped rows. So it's not really what it says it is. So we got this user results editor, we got this map. So this should, in theory, for each one of these, for result and user results iter, do we need to call it like iter? Into iter. No. Let's look at the real docs here. So person, so we have the statement, person iter, statement.query map. Okay. Question mark here. This looks pretty much the exact same as what we have there. Let's just let's do this. Let's just steal this, and we're just gonna close this right here. We don't care about it right now. I just want to compare. Paste. Okay. So let's, so user results, and we're also going to map up with this map right here. So we have iter, statement.query map, thing, row, okay, and we set up the values. Oh, I'm missing a question mark, aren't I? Now it should work. God. Oh. All for a question mark, really? Outrageous. Can't borrow user results. Oh yeah, that should be mutable. What? Alright. Make my errors go away. Looking good. Looking good. So we're going to finally, now that this is done, we're going to source graphs mod.rs. We have the DB path. We're going to get a connection. So let's get a connection. Connection. Open. DB path. Question mark. And then let's get, so let user results equals, this should be pub. This is going to be save them all. We're not doing any querying here, we're just doing some results. Let user results equal to graphsdb aggregate graph data con instant death. Instant death. Question mark. Borrow. Okay. Borrowed. Nice. All right. Now that we finally have all this, what we're going to end up needing to do is we want to do pub mod because we're going to want this struct. What we want to do now is go into our source graphs render mod.rs. It should be mod.rs. is we're going to make it so that this takes, use crate graphs db. Really, I don't think that should be in graphs db. Let's take this and let's put it here. I feel like that makes a lot more sense. And it's going to be use graphs, user results. Are you angry? Crate. Oh, that's a really handy error message. Handy. All right. So you're going to take a user results. You're going to need to use crate graphs user results back user results. In theory, we could just move it. We don't need to borrow it, but I guess we'll be good citizens and just borrow it because we don't really need to move it. All right, and then let's throw our user results in here, and then we can completely ignore. Oh, actually, even better is that we can just make this a slice. I think that should be the same thing. Yeah, perfect. All right. So now that we have this, what we're gonna want to do is start throwing this into the. I should have done an order by. Hold on. Thinking too fast. We want to order by, and this is ordered by, what are the parameters again? Source. I mean, I suppose we don't need an order by. We're just going to plot based on where its x and y coordinates are. So I guess, I don't know. Let's not do an order by at first. I don't think we actually need the results to be ordered. So let's go back here. So we have our user results, and what we want to do here, we have our graph. Let's look at it real quick again. Let's actually let's make sure our SQL works too. So let's just show it real quick. If we get an error, yes, yeah, okay. So we can query the data correctly. This would throw an error. It's querying the data when it starts. We get an error if we couldn't do that. That's surprisingly fast too. I would personally think it would take a little longer because we're querying all the results in the database. And there's 16,000 in there, right? Right. Select count star from passages. Yeah, 16,000. Quite a few. Okay. So we want to know how we want to label this. Let's take a look. So x-axis. So we want to rename this x-axis to overtime, and this y-axis is going to be. So can we really show? Let's look at the original goals: words per minute, accuracy, and combo. These are all numbers that vary pretty wildly. It might be worth making 3 graphs like the demo. Okay, we're just going to start with words per minute then, and we're going to put them in 3 graphs later. Because I think having them in just one seems like... I think that's going to be messy. Okay. We're just going to make this a words per minute graph. WPM. Words. We don't need to squish here. No, let's keep it the same. Words per minute. And then bounds. So -20 to 20. At the end of the day, this is actually going to be 0, but chances are it's going to be higher than 0, but we'll say 0. And what is the fastest a human has ever typed? What is the fastest a human has ever typed? Now, if we used order by, we could make their result be the very top, but we don't necessarily want that. Fastest a human has typed. And let's also go to typeracer.com. I want to see how they do it. 216 words per minute, the fastest ever in this lightning fast check. And let's just take a look at this. I want to see the graph. I could have sworn there was a graph somewhere. I could have sworn. So I apologize for the slow results here. This was quite a while ago. Was texts. Oh, that's cool. I could have sworn there was a result, a graph, but I guess not. So we're gonna set the height to 216. Maybe for most. So I don't want this to dwarf their results. Their result could be the fastest too. Now let's just put it 216. Just put it the fastest for now. And then we want labels. So we're going to do this in increments. Oh, I see how this works. So we're going to do this in increments of 50, maybe. Is that 250, 100, 150, 200. I feel like that might. Let's just see how it looks in the. I want to see it in a tiny terminal. TUI cargo run dash example chart. Oh, that looks fine. It does look a little squished with 3. Like if we have 4, that might be a little bit too much. So let's just make it 3 for now, because we want to be able to support the tinier terminals. Out of curiosity, how? Oh, it's really getting a little squished here. Yeah, it might look a little better with 4, but then again, 3 is probably good. I always forget. It should be. I'm gonna make a PR later where that Q turns into Control C. So we'll do. What does it have? 0, 100, 150. No, it should be, because we have to start at 0. That's the frustrating thing. So that eats up one of our 3 numbers. So 0, 100, 200. Let's do that. We can always change it up later. And it wants it to be in strings. Okay. Sometimes I try a Vim trick and it doesn't work and I'm disappointed. Like I would have expected 0 would have done that for me, but I guess not. I'll do 216 and dot 0. Dot 0. Okay. And then all we really need to do is map. So we got this data thing right here. This. What we need to do now is map our data into this data. So this data uses 2 coordinates. It has, oh yeah, I kind of need time here as well. Yeah. So let's go back to our graph because over time is our x-axis. So we actually need to get time. So let's do source graphs db graphs db. Just we get that. VM accuracy and what is it? Play time 6 source db mod rs 6 when played 6. Okay. And let's also add that to when played 6 row.get 3. It's a syntax. Oh, it's not a syntax error, it's a semantic error, but we'll fix that in just a second. When played 6, it's I64. Cool. Let it aside that it's complete. All set. And then finally, yeah, we kind of need, we might want to do an order by. Let's just try and throw these in kind of like raw and see what happens. I don't know how it's going to handle 0 to 5. Because we want a good way to display these, because these bounds don't really exist. I want the earliest time as the first value and the latest time as the last value. So I really do need an order by. It's gotten a little late to add an index and all that, so we're just gonna query on not an index, but we're gonna add an index and all that in the next one, especially when we start adding more graphs. So let us do source, take me back, order by when played sex, and I want descending is down. I think it's ASC. I think that's what I want. Order by SQL. I want to say ascending is lowest to highest. I can never remember this. Order by country. Oh, it looks like it's ascending by default. That's right. Yeah. Okay, yeah, ascending's what we want. Cool. So now it's ordered. It's not exactly a fast order, but we'll take what we can get. So back to this. Datasets name data. User results. And then this data is going to be, so I have to map this into a value. So we're just going to do a map. So hold on. We need an X and a Y value, and the lowest value is the first value. So let's, hold on. Let lowest value equals, and let's also do ordered. Lowest value equals ordered user results 0 dot get dot when played sex, and order results dot, I think there's a get last. It's not going to be empty, but it could be. Does that mean there was a first too? Yeah, there is. First dot if actually match is some s. We're just going to match on whether we get it something here or not. So if it's something, we're going to do s none 0. I think that's the right syntax. What doesn't like? Oh yeah. S dot when played sex. When played sex. I think that will, yeah, okay, we coerce the type. So the only case, these could both be 0. It's possible. Yeah, perfect. Highest value. So now we've got the lowest value and the highest value, which are going to be the numbers for the x-axis. And it looks like, so they do 5 values here. So we're going to get the next, so we have 1 and we have 5. What we want to get is the 2, 3, and 4. So we're not going to display this pretty for now. We're just going to do, let's do let middle, let's do highest slice equals highest value divided by 5. And you just multiply by 2 and 3 and 4 when we want to get those middle values. Okay. And let's not do that. That's silly. Okay. All right. Finally, let's do bounds. So this is the lowest to the actual highest, what we're going to measure it to. So we're going to do lowest is going to be, this is the x-axis, lowest value, and highest will be highest value. Right, that's cool. Do I need to coerce types? Wait. See, I really feel like that's unsafe. Just do an as. Can I just do that? Oh, I guess it's. I feel like there's a dot into. Dot into. Can I just do that? That feels. Ugh. Okay, fine. F64 as F64. Sure. Okay, and then finally, let's give the labels here. So lowest. Let's see if there's a to string. I don't think there is. I think I need to format all these guys. That sucks. Lowest value. All right, let's we want 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have highest, let's just call it data slice. Data slice. I think that's more accurate. Data slice times 2. Data slice times 3. Data slice times 4. Data slice times 5. Actually, that's not right. Data slice should be... It doesn't work like that. It should be the average. It should be the difference. So right now we're gonna get in the middle numbers that are way lower than what they should be. So instead, what we should do is get the difference between the two, and then after that, so once we get the difference between these two guys, we are going to then cut that in 5 and add it to the lowest value. So data slice equals highest value minus lowest value. And then once we have it, so that divided by 5. So now we have this increment, and this is the increment between these two values, and we're going to want to keep adding this to the lowest value. So let's just do that right now. So we're gonna have data, that should be, we'll call that data increment now. That's probably more accurate. Man, naming sucks. Data increment times 2. Actually, we want to x, because 1 is one value higher. I think that's what we want. I think we want just times 1, or rather, you know, increment. I could have flexed my Vim knowledge here, but let's not do that. Just don't care enough. And then this should be lowest value plus that. So what we end up doing is get lowest value plus 1 increment, plus 2 increments, plus 3 increments, and then the fourth would be, I think I'm doing that right. So let me think. If we had 1 and 5, 4, divided by 5, is that right? I think since we're only using 3 of the values, we want to divide by 4. I'm starting a little tired, so it's not it's not as easy as it was, but we're gonna keep rolling with this. I just want to graph a little bit of data before I call it a night. And then finally, they call this data thing. This shouldn't exist. So I think we can do this. User results, ordered user results dot map item. I'll just call it result. I think I want this results, and then results dot mesh. What doesn't like about this? What are you doing here? So, is my syntax wrong? Put map. Let's just see. Source graphs, GraphDB. We apparently don't even need that. Okay. Result dot, and so it's X and then Y. So X is WPM, and Y is when played sex. I feel like that syntax is wrong. No method map. Map exists, but we're not results. All right, let's. Oh, I guess I can't map to slice, can't I? Whatever. We'll do it the boring iterative way. All right. For result in results, and we'll just do vec filtered results equals, so let vec. God, it's so excited to say vec. Vec filter results dot push, and this just takes a struct. So let's do results dot wpm result dot when played sex. I think that's cool. Order results. All right, RLS taking its time, but still works nonetheless. And then finally, take it. What do we think? It seems angry. I can't tell. I can't tell if it works or if it's angry at me. No method name found for. Oh, I messed up. The graph. Data set. That's right. I think that's what it expects. Dataset default. Oh no, it does do that. No. Hold on. We have this dataset default, and there's dot name. Is that all in? Oh, datasets. I guess. Yeah, it's in brackets. I mean, I suppose. And then this, somehow I ate up a paren. Terminal.draw. That should be this. Man, you gotta wonder at some point, when you can tell if you're missing like a bracket in a parenthesis like that, like, are you really going crazy? Sometimes I wonder, isn't that the same thing? Expected reference. I think it's just because it can't coerce the types. So let's one sec. Let's specify the types we want here. Say you don't get to pick. Please coerce them for me, if that's allowed. F64, F64. I get why they need floats. It's just kind of frustrating, you know? Like, I feel like this is one of those things that should just be automatic. I get that it's, you know, there are reasons you want it to be safe. Just like stuff like this. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, we need to declare it as mutt. Definitely can't change something that isn't mutable. All right. And then it seems like I accidentally deleted the chart below. Yeah, where did my X and Y axis go? Did I just kill them all? I'm so deadly. We're gonna do what's called a pro gamer move here. And steal this. We're gonna keep the data. Yeah, I must have accidentally deleted this. Just got too hungry for deleting code. I mean, don't get me wrong, the best kind of code is deleted code, but like sometimes you need it, you know? Oh, no, man, I deleted my work. That sucks. Okay. Let's do this one more time. Times like this, I kind of wish I had my recording of what I just did, so I wouldn't have to. So bounds, this is going to be, since I know what I'm going to put, it's going to be faster. 0 and 100, and then 216, and then labels. This should just be 2, right? Yeah. 0, 216, and 0, 100, 16, 6. And this is WPM, and this needs to be floats. I remember this part. And then this needs to be, the bounds are ordered users. This is going to be first. No, did I delete the first? No, I didn't. Lowest value, a highest value, and then let's make it so these are, they want an F64. I'll give you an F64. F64. F64 as F64. We'll just coerce this one. Now, if we gotta do it for both, we're just gonna do it here. Alright, D2G space as F64. Dot 0. You're angry. Oh, no, you're not angry. RLS is just slow. If I ever make merch, it's going to be something like RLS is slow. Once again, I appreciate all the work the RLS team has done. They did a fantastic job. And they're working with a language with a pilot that's pretty slow. With that said, it is slow. Lowest value plus data increment times 1, and we just do that so we can have the formatting be the same. 2, 3, comma, comma, comma. Bring me back. Country roads. Dot 0. Good. As string. Oh. Oh, yeah, I need a format. Man, just when I thought I was in the clear. Check out this pro gamer move, though. Yeah, you won't see that. Actually, you'll probably see that in a lot of places. But you know what? It's a pro gamer move nonetheless, and I'm feeling pretty cool for it. Cool. I think that's everything we need to do. So we're gonna try and run and see what happens. And if it fails, I'm gonna be sad because it's the longest stream yet and it should work. And I love it when it works the first try. S. No points. Is my computer on fire? Are we trying to render it all? No, it's just OBS doing its thing. Why aren't there results? There should be a whole gallon of points there. Huh. Data sets. Filtered. Do I have the X and Y mislabeled? Let's take a look real quick. No, that should maybe it's YX. I might have to kill someone if that's the case. Well, let's just try it out real quick. Let's just humor myself. If that were the case, that would make results that kind of look like what we got right now. It doesn't necessarily mean that's the case. If that's not the case, we'll look at the docs real quick and see what it says. No. Nothing. Maybe it's also just getting nothing. I wonder how big it is. Println user results dot size len. Okay. Len. I think it's a data member in Python. That's definitely size is the. Where's my print? Oh, maybe it overwrites it. I'll do it here. I want my info. I want my data to be screwed up pretty royally. I want to be able to see how much stuff is there, and it should overwrite. 8,355. We have the data. Why isn't it showing up? Wait a second. It's kind of strange how that looks like it's going to the heavens and beyond. Was that like that in the other one? Why is it doing this now? Z2E go run dash example chart. It wasn't going to the heavens in this one. Oh no, that was just me. That was just because of the print. Why isn't anything showing up? Maybe it just can't handle 8,000 results. Huh. That's very strange. I'm gonna try and see one more thing, and then because I'm not getting errors anywhere. My render's fine. There are 8,000 results. I'm just gonna do one last quick scan through this, and if I can't find it, we'll set it. We'll follow this up in the next one. Oh, I also see that 5 values here. Are these all the same? 1415203. Yeah, there's some error with this too. All the these should be different. I would honestly believe that those values are messed up too somehow. The lowest value, highest value. That would assume that the lowest and the highest values are being messed up right now. I'm gonna leave this for another day, but you can see we're pretty close. We got a chart. We got some data in it. Well, we got what should have some data in it. We got some axes. We don't have anything inside the chart though, so we'll figure out why there's nothing inside the chart. Maybe tomorrow, maybe another day. We'll see. But thanks for bearing with me, and we'll continue this later. Later.